Brose body, 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 Brose body, 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 Brose, 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 Brose.
Welcome back to the Brose Project. I'm Cullen.
And I'm Chris.
We're happy to have you all back here. Today we're going to bring you a topic which I feel it's going to be fun to discuss from both a gay and straight perspective. But before we get into it, any fun plans for the weekend?
Actually, yeah. So I am getting an opportunity to I've sponsored a golf charity tournament for the last few years, but this year I actually get to play in it. So I get to play in it with, not only is he a good friend because he's come to the restaurant a lot, but he's like an idol from like when I was a kid. His name's Grant Pure. He's a Stanley Cup champion, and I've never golfed with him. He's very good and I'm not, but I'm going to have fun because it's all for charity.
That's not true. You are good. You could hold your own. You taught me a couple things when we played the other day. So,
yeah, but you've never seen a good golfer.
well, I've played with my dad, and my dad is a beast.
Okay.
That being said, I think you're gonna have fun. So you're gonna see a bunch of celebrities there?
Yeah, it's a celebrity golf tournament. There's a lot of celebrities coming. Get to mix and mingle. My wife and I get to go to the pairings party where they put all the people together, and it's at a big hotel, and it's a big event. I've never actually been because I've always just been working, but we're gonna actually take the time and go meet a bunch of these
So it's a
people,
pairing party, but you're already paired.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I was kind of like a fill-in.
Oh, okay.
Last man picked.
Hey,
that's okay.
I get that. I did a lot of sports in high school and elementary school, and my dad was my basketball coach, and I played center bench.
Center bench.
Yeah, I never really was played. My dad didn't even let me play because I was so bad. I mean, he did. Dad, I love you, but I get it. I was awful. I think I made a basket for the wrong team. So that sounds fun. Jonathan and I are going to LA this weekend. We are going to do a little shopping, and we're going to try to go to a Rams game. And
that'll be fun.
So we don't have tickets. We're doing the thing we typically do, which is, drive in, stay the night, and then the day of, see if any prices drop. And we're just trying to offload tickets. We got seats in the VIP section, like almost, I think it was like fourth row one time for $150. No, I think it was like $200 a seat,
which is a steal.
Which is insane. So I looked at the prices recently. I'm like, I'm not ready to buy. So we're gonna see how it goes. It'll be fun.
And worst case, you just stay around the stadium because there's a lot of action there anyways. But they're doing really good this year. So
some friends of ours are doing a tailgate, and I'm not really a big tailgater, but we can stop by there if we so please. And they are doing really well this year, so prices are a little bit more expensive.
Not go down
as much as I want them to.
Exactly.
So today's topic I wanted to bring was dating and relationships, and kind of explore the difference between the gay culture, straight culture, and how things are formed. So I'm gonna have you start us off. So first date, how old were you? Kind of just give me a general.
My first real date, actually taking a girl out, I would have to say I was probably 15 maybe.
Okay.
Like a situation where your parents drop you off at the movies or something like that. But I'm a pretty loyal person, if that makes sense. So I've been with my wife since I was 17.
Oh, so you went on your first.
So I don't really have the dating experience that most straight men do, if that makes sense.
I had no idea. I knew you guys started dating early, but I didn't realize that time frame was 2 years. You were out in the world for 2 years before the beautiful golden handcuffs of our marriage.
You might get beat up off camera.
I might.
I'm not touching that one at all.
Okay.
I'm not touching. Okay. I'm not going anywhere near that.
So then I'll talk for a little bit then. I have a very different story. My husband and I didn't start dating until I was about 35-ish. So I had a lot of time to explore, and so did he. But But my first date was actually with a girl, and it's not uncommon in the gay world to date people of the opposite sex initially, because you're being told by society, this is what you should do. And so I had a friend that was a girl, and I really like her, and she's still actually one of my best friends. We ended up dating in high school, when we were about 14 or 15. Same kind of situation,
Okay.
being dropped off at the movies and whatnot. And then when I was in college, we obviously, we went our separate ways, but we were still close. And then we ended up being medical school roommates. And right before we went into medical school together, her and I went on a backpacking trip in Europe, where we just, for an entire month, didn't know where we were going. We would get on a train, we would end up in a different country, and just explored. And she's still one of my dearest friends. So my first gay relationship wasn't until college. So
But in all honesty, you knew you liked boys at what age?
I knew that there was something different. I don't think I was ready to admit to myself. So, like, you're right. I think that I knew something was there, but I was trying to bury it deep down inside. I was trying to play the part that I felt like I should be playing, especially growing up in a very machismo environment. So
Christian, I'm assuming.
it was very Catholic, Christian, also very Mexican,
right.
So it was different. So I knew something was different, but I also didn't want to. I didn't want to. Okay, let me just give you an example. I grew up on the border to Mexico. Everybody there was that I knew of was straight, except for one guy, and he was a hairdresser. And I looked at him and I saw him dancing at events, and I was like, I am not that. That is not who I am. Like, I didn't want to put myself in that bucket. So I put myself in this different bucket, which was, I could look at men and be attracted to them. But I also viewed it kind of like, the girls in my high school, they would look at whatever, these magazines, and they would look at these women, they'd be like, oh, they're so beautiful,
Yeah.
And I thought that was what I was. I was just admiring the male physique.
Fair enough.
I was young.
Yeah,
I was young.
of course.
So, and I didn't know many gay people. So I think things have changed since then. But
I think the world is evolving, one, and two, I think it's very important that as a straight guy who's never had any of these issues, I always feel like you guys go through so much more than a normal straight guy does. And I don't even know how. I can't understand it because I've never been in that situation, but I'm happy that you're happy.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
to me, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and I appreciate that, because it took heaven and earth for me to actually come to terms with my sexuality. And so, I mean, we're supposed to be talking about dating as a relationship, but we're actually just kind of not breaking the surface yet. But I think this stuff is important because, like, when I got to college, I had a experience, and I think I've shared this with you before, but I'll share it with our audience. The way I came out of the closet was kind of being forced out, and it was not like out of malicious intent, but my school is very progressive. The school I went to was very progressive, and we have this tradition where everybody gets together at the center of campus at the first full moon.
Okay.
And it's called Full Moon on the Quad. And people would, you walk up to someone and you think they're attractive, and you ask for consent. Do you want to kiss? And people start kissing, and it's under the full moon, and it's beautiful.
Okay.
And it's a fun experience. It's kind of crazy looking back on it. And I went my freshman year, and I was not out of the closet. I wasn't even sure I was gay. I kind of knew, but I wasn't ready to admit to myself. And I kissed a couple girls, and then I kissed a guy. And the next day, my friends at our lunch, at our dorm during lunch, asked me, "You're gay?" And I said, "What? I'm gay." And it was at the front page of the school's daily newspaper.
Oh.
And so I was kind of forced out of the closet, but everybody around me was like, "Oh man, there's nothing to be stressed about. Like, we love you, and it doesn't matter who you are." And I was just not ready. So, it fast forward 4 months, I'm in a gay relationship. I finally came to terms with it, but it took a little bit to get there.
And it's odd that you have to convince yourself too.
Yeah.
In that sense, again, I don't understand it at all because I, like you're saying, like the whole social pressures and everything. It's one of those things where you're like, oh, I never had to feel that because I live what a typical,
Yeah.
if you want to call it typical and or
Yeah, or like what we
normal,
call
if you will.
heteronormative, like
Sure.
what society wants you to be, sort of person. Is that kind of what you're going
Yeah.
for? Yeah, it is strange, but yeah. So I didn't get into my first relationship until 18, 19, my first gay relationship, and we're still friends to this day. Like he's still one of my closest friends, and we talk all the time, which is very common in the gay community.
I know that we've talked about this before, and I think it's like one of the weirdest things ever. I couldn't imagine how normal it is for you to be friends, whether it's you or Jonathan. Like you have like dated people, and like you're still friends, and you know his ex-boyfriends, and he knows your ex-boyfriends. And for me, it's like that would be really odd if Dino was like, "Hey, I'm gonna bring my ex-boyfriend over, and we're just gonna hang out." It would be like, no, I don't know.
I think the past, and I don't think I've told you this, but the past 2 Christmases, it was like the week of Christmas, Jonathan's first boyfriend, my first boyfriend, and the two of us went to a theme park. And one of them was Disneyland, the other one was Universal Studios, just as a like gathering, the 4 of us. Super fun,
Yeah.
actually, but kind of crazy looking like at the
Like
dynamics,
When you look at it from
a different
you're
perspective.
like, oh, that's weird. But again, it is what it is. Like you guys are, I don't know if it's one of those things where you're all just male and you're like, okay, so this is now my husband now, and they both respect that point. But you still always have stuff that's in common. Like if it was me and there's an ex-girlfriend, I have literally nothing in common with her anymore.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. There's like a famous meme out there where it's like a picture of like 6 guys sitting around like an island or a coffee table in a kitchen, and it's like showing the dynamic of if it's a gay friendship. It's like so and so's ex-boyfriend and current boyfriend, and everybody's been with each other, and I don't think that's the same for straight people.
It's definitely not. It's definitely not. I think it's
And I think that kind of goes with like chosen family, because like we a lot of people are don't have the choice to remain friends with their family members, and so they have to what we call a chosen family. They choose this these people around them, and if they're all gay, you keep these people close because you've done so much with them, you've grown through them, you've gone through some trials and tribulations, and if you don't have that relationship with your blood family, with your genetic family, then you keep these people close because.
And a lot of it goes to like them understanding what you're going through and just like the whole life
That's
balance,
true.
right? Like
Yeah.
it's because they're in that same, I shouldn't call it a bubble, but it's a bubble.
Yeah.
Like it's just different from what everybody else is going through. And I mean, I completely understand it. I just,
Shared
I could never
experiences.
see
That happening with you.
that happening with like a straight couple. I could
I think
understand
we
if
should-
you have kids and you're.
I think for Christmas this year, when you guys go on your trip, I think we should invite all of your ex-girlfriends and just see how things go. I think that would be fun.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to.
I
Talk
think your
to
wife
Gina
would be
about that.
really
And
excited.
She'll probably be super excited, and if she did have a red flag, she would probably be
Throw it
throwing
then.
right now.
So I think this topic it warrants some more diving into, because I feel like we just scratched the surface, but I think we should leave it for another episode,
Yeah.
which we will probably tape shortly after this one and leave you guys hanging. But yeah, thank you all for listening in to the Brose Project.
And again, I'm always gonna say, if you like what you're watching and you like the topics that we're discussing, please like and subscribe. Share it with people that you think would enjoy it, because we are having literally the time of our lives doing this right now.
And ask us to delve into certain topics that you find interesting. But yes, thank you all. Signing out. I'm Cullen.
And I'm Chris.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Brose body, 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 Brose body, 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 Brose, 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 Brose. pose, pose, pose.